He asked me if he can set up my tea time this morning. I said, yeah, and then he's gonna press go live when I'm not even ready to go live. Hey, don't even hush. You're not in tea time this morning. You lost that privilege. You lost that opportunity. Clowning around. Everybody, come on in. I was up doing jumping jacks because we have this new thing in this household where I told the boy if he keeps like all these crazy outbursts and acting a plum fool. Why is my picture crooked? Acting a plum fool. Ow. I hit my elbow. Anyway, then he has to do jumping jacks every time he goes crazy. So why does that picture look crooked? Anyway, he now he's like, okay, mom, well, you have to do jumping jacks too. All right, y'all. Well, that picture just gonna be crooked. Buenos dias, Claudia. ¿Cómo está? My picture is crooked, y'all. It's gonna bother me. ¿Cómo está, Claudia? ¿Cómo estás? So I am. How was your Thanksgiving? Did you prepare food? Did you cook? Did you cook for Thanksgiving? And tranquilo todo. That's good. That's good. I'm having a relaxed day today. Except I'm ready to beat your nephew for making me go live before I was ready to go live. Pressing the go live button and then turning the camera around, and I'm not even ready. I'm not ready. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Susanna. Good morning, Susanna. I'm having a great morning, getting ready. I woke up super motivated. I gave the dog a haircut. I'm not finished. He doesn't look beautiful yet. I'm not sure he's going to look beautiful with these haircuts that I give him the first couple of times because, one, I'm not used to cutting his hair. I'm not a groomer, but I'm going to learn to be one. And he's not used to having full body haircuts because, you know, he's a pup. He hasn't had a full body haircut. So he's got to get used to the clippers and just the whole ordeal. So he'll be looking a mess for a minute, but eventually he will be looking gorgeous with his haircuts. I have all the body shaved down. I don't have the face done yet. I did clip around the eyes a little bit, and I don't have the legs done because he won't let me get his legs. So he's like that bald-headed man who's bald-headed in the middle, but he swipes the hair over. Yeah. So he's got short hair on his upper body, a little bit longer on the legs, and his face is all hair. So, but I like the face. I think I might leave the face a little full. We'll see. I'm gonna play around with it. He's my puppy. I can do whatever I want. And he's not going to be unloved or differently loved. Turkey, sweet potato pie, homemade, everything's fantastic. See, Susanna, but it might be a mess. But how much money do you save? And honestly, it's not even really just about the money that you save. A haircut can be traumatic for a dog, especially when they're first learning to get haircuts. It can be traumatic. And I would like to just do it myself so that my dog is not traumatized by people who don't even know the dog, traumatized by a groomer, right? He came home yesterday. He had to get his shots. And he had to get a shot. And I got him microchipped. So I made a mistake. I was a bad doggy mom. I decided to cut his hair yesterday after he had just been microchipped and got a shot. Yeah, that wasn't the brightest idea. Good morning, Jasmine. It wasn't the brightest idea. So I stopped. I only shaved a little bit of him yesterday. And then I realized how horrible of an idea this was. So I just stopped and he went to bed 1/4 shaven and 3/4 not shaven. So, but I got up this morning after he had time to rest after everything. And then I shaved him some more, and it's a long process, especially because his hair was so long. So once it was a little bit too much time into it, I just stopped. I'm like, well, I'll get the rest later. You're gonna be looking crazy, but you're still my pup. Anyway, so a couple of things. And I found my way to TikTok, right? Y'all, I'm having a good time playing on TikTok. And I know I'm late, but I'm not really late. I did not join TikTok at the beginning because of all of the craziness and mess that was TikTok. And so I've joined TikTok now because there's been all these kinds of privacy things and all kinds of regulations put into effect with TikTok. And so now, I'm on it. I'm having fun. So I came across a dog trainer on TikTok, and make sure you bathe him first. Dirty fur will dull the clippers. Okay, he had a bath 2 days ago, so he's relatively clean. And I actually, yeah, Claudia, it was traumatic. So I realized that after he was looking at me like, "What are you doing, Mama?" No. So I was like, you know what? This is not even that important. We can wait. I'm learning. And I was on the phone with a girlfriend of mine. And she's like, "Why would you choose to cut his hair the same day he got shots and a microchip?" I'm like, "Well, because that's the day I bought the clippers." My bad. I learned and I stopped. But the other thing is, he was crate trained. He was crate trained for housebreaking, and I've been watching on TikTok dog trainer videos, and I'm learning a lot because I'm very dedicated to having a well-behaved, well-loved, well-adjusted, well-socialized. I'm just really, okay, I'm gonna show you. It's just really important to me that that he's just taken care of. And so I'm following all along because I've invested money, energy, time in this dog, and I don't want a dog that eventually is out of control because I didn't do what I was supposed to do. Hold on, I'm gonna grab the dog. Hold on. Nugget! You see Nugget? Yeah, avec moi. Yeah, Nugget. Yeah. Okay, come on. Yeah. They want to see you. So you can't really see, but you see his face is still furry. Stand up. Okay, that's probably not a good idea for me to have him on the table. Hold on, let me move my camera. That's not a good idea. He doesn't need to be up at the table. So let's see. Come in, Nugget. Yeah, Nugget. Okay. Now you can see him. Yeah, Nugget. See? So he doesn't look so bad. But you can tell, like, I was able to cut right here. But his paws are a little long. His face is not really covered, taken care of completely. You see? There you go, Nugget. There you go. But you see, it's not 100% even, but it's okay. I mean, it's not terrible. And as I learn what I'm doing, hi Nugget, hi buddy. As I learn, okay, apparently I need to sit on the floor this time. As I learn what I'm doing, it'll get better for him, right? So he'll get better. But right now, this is what we got. So, yeah, he's getting big. I love how big he is. Hey. Look, he started biting on my boobs, y'all. He's tripping. Like, back up. He's over by the door. Okay. He's chewing on his little thing. So, there's the puppy. Uh-oh. Knocking stuff over. He's chewing on his little thing. His little Kong chew toy. So I'll get better. So today is transformation. We've been chatting about, okay, I got that. We've been chatting about the dog for a minute while we let some people come on in. But today I wanted to read. You know what? Give me a second. I need Elaine to get on here because I'm about to read her poem. Hey, Etienne. Can you call Mimi? Tell her she needs to. No, can you call Mimi and tell her she needs to be on tea time because I'm gonna read her poem and she might wanna say something about what is significance of it or whatever.
Wait, is it really her poem though?
Yes, it is her poem.
God, can I say hi?
You guys should see the TikTok me and ATN did this morning.
Morning.
You should see the TikTok we did this morning.
It's ridiculous.
It's not. It is ridiculous, but it's like, okay, so for real, these kids need to understand this.
I'm already there.
Yeah, no.
I don't see you on there. Okay, hang up. She's already on there.
Bye.
Anyway, we did this TikTok, and it's funny, y'all.
The lag is insane though on this.
It's funny because it's a TikTok, like I used it so you can, I don't know who does TikTok, who doesn't do TikTok, but it's where I'm lip syncing basically and somebody else has said something, right? And so I used it because the words are, let me just be clear. What is it? Look, I can't even remember.
Well, I mean, it contains a bad word.
You can't say the bad word. You can't say the bad word. Let's be clear.
I'm 100%
there's
sure
not any day
in
in any year that if you and I were squared up, that you would beat my ass.
See, the thing is, what if I have a brick or tear gas?
That's the thing.
Or rubber bullets.
So,
or she just came out of a coma. Or
so
she just came out of surgery.
And you know, my son towers over me, so that was so appropriate because when we're raising them up, we're hoping that they understand. We discipline them well from a very early age because they need to know. I was about to say they needs to know. They need to know. You don't ever step to your parents, no matter your size, no matter your position in life, no matter how crazy your mother, your father, no matter how crazy. You step to your parents or grandparents or aunties or uncles, and you likely to get taken out. And if you step to your mama, see, this is the key. If you step to your mama might not take you out, but your daddy might take you out, your sisters, your brothers, your uncles, your aunties, they may take you out. If you step to your auntie, your mama might take you out, your daddy might if your auntie doesn't take you out. So don't think because auntie didn't take you out that you got to pass. No, because at some point, auntie is going to be in conversation with mommy and daddy. And what's going to happen is mommy and daddy are going to be like, wait, he said what? I'm sorry, tell me again. What did my child say? My child said what to you? Okay, thank you. I'm going to call you later. Right? Next thing you know, the child is dead or close to it. Right?
This is the problem with mothers like you.
Well, I'm sorry, you want to elaborate on what's the problem with mothers like me who take care of you, who make sure that you are well fed, well nourished, well provided for, well exercised, well socialized, healthy, happy, as best as mama can make sure that you are happy, that you have things that other kids don't have, that you eat every single day, that you have a bed, you have blankets, you have a warm house when it's cold outside, and you have a cool house when it's warm outside.
I have a warm house when it's cold outside. Really?
You want to tell me what the problem is with mothers like me, and you might want to be very careful.
That you make jokes about killing your kids.
Ah, well, that ain't a joke. That ain't no joke.
You still asking me what the problem is?
That ain't no joke. All right, son. Let me read. Let me get to my poetry. So this is transformation. Transformation. Today we're supposed to be talking about transformation.
What is that bookmark?
It's not really a real bookmark.
Anything is a real bookmark.
This is when my knitting and my reading come together. I'm using my yarn wrapping as a bookmark. Whatever.
Use this toy as a bookmark.
So this morning, yesterday, I'm reminded. Stop, babe. Stop, babe.
I want to use it as a comb.
So I'm reminded on a regular basis of my own transformation. Right, Claudia, tough love. We got to be tough. We got to look. We got to be tough to love these suckers, right? Anyway, at least you only do the jokes. His aunt actually tries to kill us. Right. You need to say that again louder for the folks in the back of the church. You didn't hear your cousin Jasmine, A10. She said, at least I only do the jokes. Your Auntie Charmin will actually try to kill you. Anyway, I'm reminded on a regular basis of my own transformation. And it is not always in big things that you do or big things that I do. Stop. I'm getting into the seriousness of the conversation.
With that mother at the Walmart?
What mother at the Walmart?
The mom at the Walmart?
Oh, yeah. It was a mom at the Walmart that was cussing. She was not cursing at her child. She was cussing out her child. And her child, well, cussing is not really the appropriate way to say it. It's not grammatically correct. It's kind of slang. And she was being super ghetto. She was cussing out her 4 or 5 year old child.
I didn't see it.
I mean, she was cussing at the baby. Now, let me be clear. When my babies were babies, I did not curse at them, around them, near them, nothing, right?
Are you sure about that?
Positive.
Because I'm pretty sure I have a deep down memory buried in there somewhere.
You don't, baby. You don't.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
I'm not so sure.
But as they got to be teenagers, yes, they will hear their mother curse. Yes.
I turned a teenager a few months ago. What are you talking about?
You know you have siblings, right?
Well, I mean, yeah.
Okay, so you got some residual curse words in your ears because you had siblings that are older than you. But the point is, I did not curse at my children. I did not curse them to tell them to sit their motherfucking ass down. Never. Even today, I would still not tell my child to sit their motherfucking ass down. No.
Language, Mom.
No.
Think of the children who watch this show.
Especially because I got uppity children. So my language, mama, language. Chelsea Mack does that too. Language, mama. So I can't curse even if I want to curse, right?
I just do it for the joke.
Oh my God, Mom. Chelsea Mack is like, oh my God, Mom, really?
Yeah, when you're not around, she swears.
Yeah, well, you know.
I'm sure she does.
Anyway, so transformation. I'm reminded. Okay, now I'm gonna go to the seriousness of the talk. Please, son, Buzzy.
Oh, okay. Before that, remember that mom at Walmart when we first moved out here?
Oh yeah, that was a crazy lady. That was a crazy lady. We apparently look. We got memories of Walmart out here because we didn't really go to Walmart a lot when we were in California. One, because we just don't like Walmart, but also because it was so far away. But there's plenty of Walmarts. There's plenty of Walmarts around here. And when we first came out here, man, every single time we went into Walmart, somebody was going crazy. Somebody was yelling, losing. I mean, I'm like, you know what? Maybe we don't need to be in Walmart.
There was this one lady when we went to Walmart this one time who was screaming at the top of her lungs for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It was so loud and just so loud that you couldn't even understand what she was saying.
And you know, an unfortunate thing with that is everybody was just walking around the store shopping like it was usual, like no big deal. Me and A10 were like, what's going on in here?
Let's leave.
Oh, Jasmine says, look up people of Walmart. Girl, it's crazy.
I'm like, what,
okay,
YouTube?
Okay, serious. I want to get to this transformation talk, so I just
want to know where to look it up.
Jasmine, he said, where? On YouTube? Mama, I'm not in front of you. You're in front of me. I'll tell you what she says later.
Right. Wait.
Oh, she said just Google it.
Oh, okay. I'll do it right now.
Okay, so transformation. So I am reminded, and I want you to, as I'm saying this,
Walmart.
50 jumping jacks. As I'm saying this, in your room, 50 jumping jacks. In your... Okay. So, as I'm saying this, as I'm talking about my transformation, I want to think about ways in which you have seen your own transformation. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a transformation due to tea time, although, you know, if it is because of tea time, you can go and throw that in there. We like those props. So, because mine really is from all of these conversations. And I have these conversations at my tea time table, although I do still have some conversations outside with my girlfriends and my guy friends, right? I still have those conversations. But a lot of what I talk to you guys about at the tea time table are the things that have helped me to transform, calmed me, centered me, helped me to be more mindful, right? So think about your own transformation, and if you want to share, please share. So, and even if you don't want to share, please share. So yesterday I came home Yes, and again, it doesn't have to be minor. It can be something. It doesn't have to be major. It can be something minor. So yesterday I came home and when we're in the house, we lock the screen door and we lock the front door, right? So there have been times before that I've come home and the boy is home by himself and he locks the screen door and the front door. And we don't have a doorbell. You just knock on the door, right? So, and before somebody says, get a doorbell, this house so dang on small, you don't need a doorbell. Somebody knocks, even if they knock lightly, you can hear them at the back of the house. This is a tiny house. You don't need a doorbell. As a matter of fact, somebody can just come stand on the porch and say, hey, I'm here, and you should be able to hear them. So we don't need a doorbell. So I've come home before and I've found the screen door locked and I have had a hissy fit. Like, why the hell are you locking the screen door and I can't get in the house? There's no key. I mean, at some point in life, there probably was a key to the screen door, but the landlord doesn't have it anymore. So therefore, you can't get in from the outside if the screen door is locked. So I've lost my shit over that screen door being locked before. And I've come into the house after having lost my shit outside. By the time I get in, I'm irritated, annoyed. I don't want to be bothered. I'm mad and holding that frustration for the next 30 minutes, hour, 2 hours. Like, damn it, 2 hours later, why did you lock the damn door? I swear to God, don't lock this door anymore when I'm not home. So yesterday I come home and the screen door is locked and I'm standing out there with the dog. I'm ready to go in. I got bags in my hand. I'm ready to go in. The dog is ready to go in. And I knock on the screen door and I'm standing there and he doesn't hear me knocking on the screen door because I think he had his headphones on. So I knock. I take my key, try to stick it in the little screen door thing. Like, maybe, just maybe, I might be able to jiggle it open. Right now, that didn't work. So I call his brother on the phone and I'm like, oh, and then I call him on the phone. Well, he's not answering his phone because his ringer is off. So he doesn't even know I'm calling him, right? So I'm standing outside. I'm like, oh, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm so glad it's not raining. I'm so glad it's not freezing. Oh, this is irritating me. But I didn't find myself swelling up in anger, swelling up in frustration. And I called his brother and I said, hey, can you go on to PlayStation, the video game, and see if you can go in to play with him and let him know that his mama is standing outside waiting to be let in the house. And then I call his brother says, well, I don't think that's going to work because he's made his thing private, but we'll see. I'll see if I can get in there. Well, by the time he gets up to get into the video game, then the agent sees that I had tried to call him and he calls me back. He's like, hey, mom, he doesn't know I'm standing outside on the porch, right? He's like, hey, mom. I'm like, dude, if you don't come open this door. So he comes to the front door and I'm like, why is the screen door locked? Oh, I'm so sorry, mom. I'm sorry. And he grabs, do you need help with your bags? Like, he knows his mom usually loses her shit over the screen door being locked. And I came in and I couldn't even muster up the frustration. Like, I couldn't even fuss. Like, I'm like, okay, why is the door locked, buddy? Why? I'm sorry, mom. I forgot. He goes, can I have a hug? I'm like, no, I'm mad at you. He's like, but I forgot, mom. I'm sorry. I'm like, okay, fine. I mean, I wasn't even mad. Like, I was trying to be mad, but I couldn't even be mad. And in that moment that I'm trying to be mad and I know that I'm frustrated, I think I'm supposed to be frustrated and I'm supposed to feel frustration, but I don't really feel that frustrated. And I went to the back door and he had left the back door is usually unlocked all day because we're letting the dog in and out, right? So when I was out on the porch, if his brother couldn't get a hold of him, I was going to make my way around to the back door and see if I could come in through the back door. So I just go to the kitchen door and I'm trying to be frustrated. Can't be frustrated. I go to, and I'm like, let me see if this door was unlocked. And surely the back door was unlocked. But let's just think about that for a second. You have the screen door locked for safety. You've got the front door locked for safety. But you got the back screen door and the back door unlocked. So fine, nobody can come into the front door, but they can walk their ass in the back door. Not the brightest thing, but he just didn't even remember about the back door. But I realized in that moment that transformation for me. And over these past couple of days, I've talked to you guys about my reaction to the teacher when the teacher, had me up on the ledge, not over the ledge, not over the line, but like right there, knocking on that line, right, ready to jump. In every way that I have been moving in the last week, I have seen little bitty snippets of transformation. Even this morning, when my mother called me and asked me if I can be available for her to do something for her for 2 hours tomorrow. Well, I don't want to be available for 2 hours tomorrow. I don't want to sit on a computer, staring at the computer for 2 hours tomorrow. I don't want to do that. And my mother said, well, that's what I need you to do. Well, that's great, but nope, can't do it. Now, you guys might be sitting here like, well, why can't you help your mama if your mama needs it? Because that's not where I want to be tomorrow, regardless of who it is that needs it. And when she started getting ready to say, but I don't want to hear all that. I'm telling you, I will give you an hour of my time. That's what I would do. It's all I can do. It's all I'm willing to do is give you an hour of my time. And I got off the phone. I was so proud of myself because I didn't feel guilty. I didn't feel like I was letting anybody down. Now, maybe she is let down, maybe, but that can't be my issue. I need to only be available when I want to be available. Help when I can help, when I am able to help. But I cannot be available for 2 hours to sit at the computer tomorrow. After I do my tea time, then another 2 hours on the computer, that doesn't work for me. That doesn't work for my mental health. So can't do it. I can give you an hour. And I feel so good, itty bitty little transformations that I'm not getting mad at the boy. I'm being patient with the dog. I'm, standing my ground and paying attention to my own mental health above and beyond everybody else's. Yesterday, I was having a conversation with the boy. My phone was ringing. He's like, Mom, somebody's calling you. I'm like, yeah, I know, I see. Look, y'all, I got the ringer on. For 20 years of my life, I kept the ringer off. So I didn't even know you were calling me. Now I see you calling me, but I'm not available. He's like, Mom, but you can just answer the phone and tell them you're not available. I'm like, well, no, I'm not available. I don't choose to be available in this moment. I'm sitting down to eat. I'm not available. So I don't need to answer the phone and say I'm not available. Because if I don't answer the phone, then you get the message that I'm not available, right? So I don't need to tell you. You can experience it. Now, when I finished my meal, I called that person back. I'm not ignoring people. See, before, I used to see it as ignoring people. I don't like to ignore people. I don't like to ignore people. I do it sometimes, but I don't like to ignore people. And that's how I used to see it. Now, that's why I kept my ringer off. You understand? I kept my ringer off because I had a problem with ignoring people. And now I've taken back my time. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just not available. That's not ignoring you. That's just not available. And so now I don't need to keep my ringer off to be shut off from the world in order to protect myself from having to feel like I'm ignoring somebody. Now I just don't answer it if I'm not available. And I have no guilty feeling about that. Transformation. And this transformation would not have come if I didn't have time to sit with self. So as much as on the one hand, I do not like this pandemic. I do not like how we are existing during this pandemic. I don't like pandemic style. I don't like pandemic style of celebrating birthdays and holidays and pandemic style of getting together with your family. I don't like that. But I do like pandemic style of being with Kai, loving myself more than I love any of you. And y'all know I love you, but I love myself way more than I love anybody else at this point. And I've never really felt that way. I've always loved myself. Yeah, I love me. I'm the bomb. I'm the shiznick. Yeah, I've always felt I'm awesome, right? But knowing you're awesome and actually living you're awesome are two totally different things. I've known I was awesome. I've known I was the shiznick. You were blessed to have me as a sister, mother, friend, lover, whatever. You were blessed to have me as that, right? But sometimes I would have to remind myself of your blessing. And I didn't remember that I was blessed to have me. I've taken time and now I remember. So today, I want you guys, you silent, which hopefully means you're listening, absorbing. I want you to please put in the comments if you want to share any little minor transformation that you've seen in yourself. Even if it means you're more communicative with your people, even if it means that you're more attuned to your own personal feelings, your personal physical sensations. How do I feel when this person talks to me this way? How is my blood rushing through my body? Is my blood pressure rising? Is my breathing off a little bit? Am I tensing up? How have you transformed? What transformations have you seen in yourself just within the past little bit of time, right? Please add that. And in the meantime, I'm going to I have out Dancing Out Loud. Mom, did you post a link to your invite for your book, your sale, your jewelry sale? It maybe doesn't have anything totally to do with the book. Oh, you're going to be reading from the book. Yeah, so it does have something to do with the book. Make sure you post that in the page so that we can join you. Oh, for a second I was like, wait, is that today? Okay, my bad. So I opened this book today to yesterday I read some of Erica's poetry, and I wanted to make sure to read some of Elaine's work. I wasn't necessarily going to read poetry. I was just going to read an excerpt from her book because that's what I'm doing. You know, Small Business Saturday, so you can support the small businesses, Erica, Elaine, Bina, everybody, me, HN. I mean, support everybody, right? Small Business Saturday. But I wanted to make sure, to just read an excerpt from the book. Of course, not because I still have issues. Of course not, because I still have issues with posting. Work it out. So when I opened this book, and remember yesterday I said when I opened Erica's book, it happened on a page that was apparently meant for me to read, right? And so today's conversation on transformations happened because when I opened this book, I don't know why every time I open a book, I go to the back. Maybe because subconsciously I just want to read it quickly and get to the end, right? What's going on at the end? So when I opened this book, I landed on this poem, I Am Butterfly. I am a butterfly. I am a butterfly. And what's interesting about that is that when I was in 4th grade, they wasn't ready for this at a talent show. It was too above the school. I mean, talent show, you're supposed to come, you're supposed to dance, sing, whatever, right? Play an instrument, do some hula hoop and whatever. I came, I am a butterfly. I came reciting poetry. They weren't ready for that. So I opened the book and landed on this page, and I thought, you know what? This poem is the perfect poem for the fact that I have been feeling my own transformation, feeling it more. I know I've been transforming, but I have been just given opportunities to see my transformation. I've been given those opportunities of late, right? Good morning, Jarman Turnage. So today I will be reading I Am a Butterfly. All right. I want you to imagine, I mean, you can imagine the author having written it, right? And think about your own transformation. But I also want you to imagine a 4th grader reading this poem, right? It was so above everybody's head. Even the teachers probably. Jasmine says, hey, Mom, to Charmin. So I Am a Butterfly by Elaine Robinette Moore. You can find this poem in her book, Dancing Out Loud. And she will be doing a poetry, book reading and jewelry show tomorrow. And hopefully at some point we'll get the link up on the page. I am a butterfly. My wings are beautiful, iridescent, Rainbows, ever changing, ever constant, sprinkled with stardust to encourage free flights, elusive transparencies, designed to absorb wisdom, joy, love, sweet tears, laughter, designed to repel ignorance, pain, hatred, blue times, indifference. My antennas are long, fine, delicate, life feelers, reaching out, reaching in, dipped in dreams to know reality, touching tentacles, sensitive to the breath of a newborn hummingbird, sensitive to the agony of an unsung song. Music explodes, wings unfold. I am a butterfly. So this is your favorite poem, Charmin? It's mine too. It's mine too. So she wrote right before that poem. There's a little intro. I'm gonna read the intro. I should have read the intro before I read the poem, but butterflies are free. I believe as we grow in self-awareness, we morph into the beautiful creatures we are designed to be. In celebration of this transformation, I composed this poem. I hope that you see yourself as you read it. So I'm going to read it one more time. And look, my mother probably sitting over there like, she is totally jacking up my poem. Like, look, the author writes it and they probably read it better than anybody else. So my apologies if I am not reading it with the correct inflection and tone adjustments and rise and fall. Like, my bad, but this is how I'm reading it. So I am a butterfly. I am a butterfly. My wings are beautiful, iridescent, rainbows ever changing, ever constant, sprinkled with stardust to encourage free flight, elusive transparencies, designed to absorb wisdom, joy, love, sweet tears, laughter, designed to repel ignorance, pain, hatred, blue times, indifference. My antennas are long, fine, delicate, life feelers, reaching out, reaching in, dipped in dreams to know reality, touching tentacles, sensitive to the breath of a newborn hummingbird, sensitive to the agony of an unsung song. Music explodes, wings unfold. I am a butterfly. By Elaine Robinette Moore. Landing on that poem today, on the day after I've been feeling all of my transformations, made me say, okay, this is what this talk today needs to be. We need to be talking about transformations. So I'm going to give you guys haven't let me know if there's any way that you have transformed. Share. Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. Have you noticed any major, minor transformations? Things that, I'm telling you, me not getting mad at the door being locked. It's minor, but is it not major? We can't get our panties in a wad over everything. Pick and choose. Pick your battles. What do you really need to be mad about? Is someone's accident, someone's mistake worth really being mad? Sometimes. But not most of the time. Sometimes, but not most of the time. And I don't know if y'all are just sleeping on me here, but I don't see anybody telling me any transformative stories here. And I'm trying to figure out, where's your transformation? How have you transformed? Have you not? Have you not grown any in the past year, 6 months, 9 months? 2 months, no growth whatsoever, or no growth that you're willing to share. And if you're not willing to share, why? Why are you not really willing to share? Charmin, you missed the story about the screen door. It's not supposed to be locked when somebody's not in the house. When I'm not home, because I don't have a key. And so if it's locked, I can't get in the house. So it's not supposed to be locked. And now we lock it when we're both in the house. It stays locked. But when I'm gone out of the house, it's not supposed to be locked. No transformation. No transformation that you're really willing to share. Wow, it's like pulling teeth. It's like pulling teeth, trying to get y'all to talk about how you have grown. I'm not sure I have grown within COVID time. I feel more like dormant. Really? That's hard for me to believe. That's hard for me to believe that that there hasn't been any, even if it's like more patience, more mindfulness. That's hard for me to believe. I will not accept that you have not grown in any way, shape, or form. I won't accept that. Now, who am I to not accept it? I don't know. I'm your cheerleader. I'm your cheerleader. I want you to, if you don't recognize any transformation, even minor or major, I mean, sometimes it's not major things, right? But if you haven't noticed any difference in how you approach things, I would ask you to just dig deeper into yourself, to really sit and be with yourself. Susanna, you special. I've grown in body size. Now, girl, that doesn't count. I think we all have grown in body size. That does not count. We're not talking about that kind of transformation, okay? Mom wouldn't understand, her house is locked down. Oh, okay. But she probably has a key to her screen door. If I had a key to the screen door, then yes, it would be, I would expect it to be locked. But I don't have a key to that screen door, so it can only be unlocked from the inside, which means please just don't lock it when I'm not home. Because if I go out and you're asleep when I come home, now I'm stuck outside of the house. Or like this case, he had his headphones on. He can't hear me knocking on the door, so I'm stuck outside of the house. And I don't have a key to either screen door, the front or back. So if I came home and the front was locked when I tried to go to the back and it was not unlocked, I just would be stuck sitting in the car waiting for the boy to wake up, or waiting for him to turn his ringer on, or waiting for his headphones to come off. So no, the rule here is don't lock it. Don't lock it. But again, when I move and I've got a screen door that has a lock on it, yeah, lock it. Feel free, because I got a key. All right, you guys don't want to share your transformation. Susanna thinks she hasn't transformed. Elaine isn't sharing any transformation. Charmin isn't sharing. Claudia isn't sharing. Jasmine isn't sharing. Okay. Well, you know what, y'all? Sit with yourselves. Sit with yourself and figure out why you have not transformed. You have been given this opportunity to be with yourself, to dig into yourself. Okay? You have been given an opportunity here. If you have not recognized any change in yourself, then I need you to look at, why have I not taken full advantage of this opportunity that I have been given? Who's that? Sharma says, my inner creative side has come out with COVID-19. I just got around to the many things to do. That's it. That's it. I take time to type. Okay. That's it. Exactly. That's a beautiful change. That's a beautiful change, that you're getting back to your creative side and letting that, multiply, right? So you've had Charmin, I know, has a crafting room, right? She sews. She has a room for all of her sewing. And she's had projects, I'm sure, sitting up there stacking. She does beautiful blankets. She's had projects there waiting to be done and not taking the time to do them. So her transformation, and it's not necessarily going from one thing that's good to one thing that's bad to one thing that's good. When I'm asking you about a transformation, I'm not really, it doesn't have to be like, oh, I was in a cocoon. Yes, and now I have metamorphed into this. No, it could be that you're just going back to who you used to be, how you used to be. You are going backwards. You're transforming back into your creative self and tapping into that more. Jasmine says, well, I mean her. Jasmine, thank you for sharing that, actually, because all transformations are not good, right? But if you are finding yourself becoming meaner, you recognize that as your transformation, do something about it. Think about, why am I becoming meaner? What's going on for me that now everybody's an ass to me? In my opinion, everybody's an ass, and I got to be an ass to everybody else. Why am I becoming more of an asshole? Dig into that. Think about that. Look at your transformation. If you have transformed to the good, that's great. Celebrate it. If you have transformed to the bad, deal with it. Deal with it so you can get back to good. Okay, I guess I created a workout room, but I have not started working out yet. Baby steps. Baby steps, Susanna. Baby steps. How long have you wanted to have a workout room? How long have you thought about a workout room and never created it? And the fact that you have not worked out in your workout room, so what, girl? You've been hiking. You've been working out in the outdoors. So what? You haven't worked out in the workout room. You now have a workout room. This is what I'm saying. Recognize, okay, so you've been wanting a workout room forever, and now you have a workout room. The next step is to actually go into that room and work out, but you got to have it before you can use it. So you've taken time to do what you've been wanting to do forever. See, I'm saying these transformations don't have to be major. Hell, my transformation within the last week is I showered every day. I put clothes on. I got dressed. Got a blanket doll, a headboard, and refinished the dresser, and almost done redoing the rental house where I built a cabinet for the washer dryer area. Right. I am a butterfly. Think about this poem. How are you changing? How are you changing and owning that change? Think about when the butterfly comes out. Was a caterpillar and has now metamorphed into a butterfly and stretches its wings out, right? Beautiful. That's what you're doing now. You're taking this COVID time to stretch your wings out. My dear, I'm always growing. That growth is not different from before. Attempting new ways is what I do. Sometimes there are difficulties in accomplishing what I am attempting alone, but trust me, it gets done. It's always got to be somebody at the table like, I ain't doing nothing different. I always do this. I'm always growing. Ain't no changes in the last 7 to 10 months. No, child, I change every day. Well, kudos, mama, kudos. Because the rest of us be struggling sometimes, okay? You can afford some change. You can afford some change, and I ain't talking about coins. Yeah, I rolled my eyes. Yeah, I rolled my eyes. I'm always, my dear. My dear. I'm going to stop before Charmin tells me, get after your mama. I got to get it out real quick before Charmin like, Kai. If you need proof, think about how long ago I wrote that poem. This ain't about you proving that you've been perfect your whole life, lady. Okay? This is about what changes have you made in the last couple of months. Now I'm gonna let you know what changes. This is not about whether I have always strived towards growth. Look at Charmin trying to make her feel good. I love you, mama. She laughing at you though, mama. She laughing at you. Not what this is about. I said, in what ways have you transformed in the past couple of months? I have not said, have you only ever transformed in the past couple of months? Have you only ever transformed during COVID times? That's not what the question was. Let me help you out. Because I know you. Let me help you out. One way that you have transformed in the last couple of months, and again, we're using the word transform loosely. I'm not saying it has to be these huge major things, right? But one way that you have transformed in the past couple of months is that you hear your daughter differently. This daughter. You hear your daughter differently. a way that you have transformed. Stop, Kai. Leave your mom alone. No, don't help her. That's it. That's it. See, I knew Charmin was getting ready to be like, stop, Kai. But that's it. Thank you, daughter, Charmin Turnage. But recognize that transformation. Recognize that change. You've said it to me. I like being on Tea Time because I'm getting to know you better. There's your transformation. Lady, coming to my table talking about, Professor, I always do my work. That's all of them that didn't do their work. I do my work every day. You know, you was the one in class that folks couldn't stand, right? Like, dang it, why she got to be goody-goody, always throwing off the curve? That's who you were. You were the one in class that always threw off the curve. Everybody else counting on grading on the curve, and you got to throw it off. Professor, I'm perfect. Okay, I know I got to stop. By the time everybody start getting on my head, I got to stop. But y'all know I'm right. No, you talk different to your mom, so now she hears you different. No, Charmin, I talk the same way. I'm talking to my mom. There we go. Because I'm talking to my mom more because she's hearing me differently and hearing me for me. And that's her transformation. And I'm not saying that she only transformed by herself, right? That's not what I'm saying. Sure, I've had transformations too, but I've already owned my transformations. She's talking about, Professor. All right, anyway. So we have all transformed, even if we want to admit it or not, even if we have seen it or don't see it. And I am not saying that this is the only time you have transformed. I've only asked you about the last couple of days, last couple of weeks. So let me say this, Elaine. If you're always transforming and always growing, then you could have given us an example of the past 10 months, how you have transformed. How you gonna say I'm always transforming but can't give an example? Oh my God, now I'm finding that so funny. It's so funny. Okay. So if you always doing it, can I get at least one thing? See, mama, it could be that in your evolution, you are more open. It also could be that in your evolution, you are hearing me. I mean, it ain't just one-sided, people. Relationships have two sides, or 3 or 4. It ain't just about me. Don't call her out if you don't call anybody else out. I'm calling everybody out. I'm calling everybody out. Everybody else has found me at least one example. She the only one in the room talking about I ain't got an example. Jasmine's meaner. You've gotten more creative. Susanna has gotten to her workout room. I have become more patient. Can I get an example? Anyway, y'all, I'm having so much fun. I know, I said I was gonna stop. I think I gave like 20 examples anyway. Anyway, I know that Susie gonna come looking at this and Steve gonna come looking at this. Everybody about to be on my head, but stop being on my head. We got to call everybody out at the table to give the examples when we ask for examples. I am attempting to do an online show tomorrow, which is challenging. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And you're going to overcome that challenge. You're going to overcome that challenge. And would you have done an online show prior to COVID? Maybe, but most likely you would have just had your in-person show, right? But now, because you are doing this online show, and then you'll have this skill set so that after COVID and after the time that the world opens back up, Charmin, this is me being nice, you know. Anyway, when the world opens back up, you will have that skill set. You'll be able to do virtual sales and in-person sales. So this is fantastic. That is fantastic. Thank you, Mother, for giving us an example of your transformation. Again, I said we're using the word transformation loosely, or we can use it loosely. So you guys continue to work on yourselves as Elaine does every day, right? Every year. But most importantly, recognize the changes, whether they are small or large. Recognize them. Recognize them all along the way. Give yourself props. Don't say, well, I haven't done anything, Susanna. Don't say I haven't done anything. I've just been dormant. No, you haven't. No, you haven't. You have to recognize and celebrate yourself for every little bitty tiny thing that you do. Celebrate the big things, but also celebrate the little things. And recognize the little things as big things, actually. Because even though setting up a workout room might be little, how long have you wanted it, right? It might be little, but that's big to me. Let's just be clear. I just bought what's that? A kettlebell weight. And I'm proud of just having bought a kettlebell weight. I don't even have a whole fitness area set up. I need one, but I don't have it. So you're doing more than a lot of us. So give yourself credit for everything that you do. Everything. Little things, big things. Give yourself credit. I'm going to read the poem. I'm going to read the poem. Thank you for that, because that's exactly what my intention is, to read the poem, and we're going to close out with that, with the poem again. This is my favorite poem. It's been my favorite poem since I was in 4th grade. Then Charmin's favorite poem. I mean, all of us have poets that we like, and a lot of times when we have poets that we like, we find 1 or 2 or 3 pieces that just really speak to us. So you're right, but it's a baby step, Charmin. Brian is not using. I have not used it. It is a baby step, and we have been on a break from our morning workout classes over the holiday, and we'll get back to them on Monday. And we use the kettlebells during that workout. So I'm waiting for instruction on how to use the kettlebell in the workout, but at least now I have the kettlebell. See, I used to come to the morning workout and lift nothing. I would do the squatting or whatever, but I wouldn't have a weight in my hand. Baby steps, Charmin. Baby steps. All right, I'm going to read this poem one more time. And I want you to go about your day thinking about your own transportation. Think about your own transformation. Good morning, Tobiah. I want you to go about your day thinking about your transformation in a positive way, except for you, Jasmine. I'm going to need you to not be mean, okay? I'm going to need you to think about your transformation and figure out how to transform away from being meaner, right? But all of the rest of y'all at the table, your transformations have been beautiful, and I need you to focus on, sounds like an excuse there is always YouTube. It's not an excuse, it's a plan. That wasn't my plan. I bought it. I bought the weight to use in class. So I'm doing what I plan to do, not what you want me to do. Remember that I'm perfectly fine with owning these things now. I didn't buy that weight for you to make me feel guilty because I'm not using it now. No. It ain't time. Monday, it'll be time. Now, if I don't use it on Monday, then that'll be an excuse. All right, so I'm going to read the poem. Don't come for me. Especially when I got sound and you don't. I love you, Jasmine. I'm going to read the poem one more time, and I want you guys to think about your transformations. And just think about always transforming. Sound like your mom. All right. I Am a Butterfly by Elaine Robinette Moore. If you don't have the book, get the book. There's not just poems in this book. It's thoughts on navigating the rhythms of life. So this is not just about poem. It has some beautiful examples of her jewelry in there. It has stories, kind of like how we come to tea time all the time. And I give these little anecdotes of things in life and what I've learned from them. Well, this is a whole book of that, right? I had to get you back for Chelsea Mack. Wait, what? Is Chelsea even on here today? Because if she is, I didn't call her out for not giving me an example of transformation. Anyway, I didn't see if she's on here today. So get the book. Get the book. You want self-help? How about we come to the own community for some self-help? Anyway, all right, I'm gonna read the poem and get on about my day. Oh, Chelsea Mack, there you are. Hey, Chelsea. You been here all this time, Chelsea? Has she been here all this time? When you told her to post every day, no matter. Oh. Yes, but that's because Jasmine. That's because that was her plan. So I'm wanting her to work her plan. So I bought the weight to use in the morning workout. I'm working my plan. Remind folks to check for the link to my show tomorrow at 1 p.m. There's your reminder, people. We're going to get the link up there. At some point, we're going to figure that out, and we'll get the link up there so you can come to the show 1 p.m. As a matter of fact, what I think I will do is I'm going to change tea time to 1 o'clock, and we will join in on Elaine's show somehow. I'll figure that out, and I'll post all the information. So we're not going to do 2 tea times tomorrow. Instead of doing the 2, we're not going to ask you to come on to tea time and then also do her show. We're gonna just change tea time to go into her book reading. How about we do that? Her book reading and her jewelry show. So we'll do that.
What are you doing?
Jasmine David always has my back. That's my cousin. Chelsea, if you've been here all the time, can you please give us your example of how you transformed? Can you hurry up and do that so that we can get this poem read and get on about our day?
Oh, shoot.
We need that example. Well, while you're typing, let me read the poem, and then hopefully you will have typed something in there. And Tobiah, if you're still listening and you can share with us a major or minor transformation over the past 6 to 8 months, please share that in the comments. After I read the poem, I will take a look at the comments to see if you guys have shared something. If you have shared, I will read what you shared. I have not been here. I don't know okay. Well, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm going to read the poem. So this poem again I'm going to read the introduction. I believe as we grow in self-awareness, we morph into the beautiful creatures we are designed to be. In celebration of this transformation, I compose this poem. I hope that you see yourself as you read it. I, being Elaine Robinette Moore. I am a butterfly. I am a butterfly. My wings are beautiful, iridescent, rainbows, ever-changing, ever-constant, sprinkled with stardust to encourage free flight, elusive transparencies, designed to absorb wisdom, joy, love, sweet tears, laughter, designed to repel ignorance, pain, hatred, blue times, indifference. My antennas are long, fine, delicate, life feelers, reaching out, reaching in, dipped in dreams to know reality, touching tentacles, sensitive to the breath of a newborn hummingbird, sensitive to the agony of an unsung song. Music explodes, wings unfold. I am a butterfly. By Elaine Robinette Moore. You guys come to her reading tomorrow so that you can get more of this gem. Think about yourselves. Think about how you have changed, are changing, want to change, and are willing to put forth the effort for change. What you want for a better self. Think about that and enjoy the rest of your day, making sure to mind your COVID manners. Oh, sorry, before I say bye, I want to say my nephew who was suffering from COVID-19 has gotten a follow-on test, and his test was negative, and he has made it through. So yay, lots of love for my nephew, lots of love for my sister and my brother-in-law who were tending to him, taking care of him, and saw him through that, and they did not end up testing positive for the virus. That's very good. Yay, 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 yay. Mind your COVID manners, and we will see you here tomorrow at 1 o'clock, tuning in with my nephew, Auntie Sharman's son, Lance. Tuning in at 1 o'clock, we'll be tuning in to Elaine's book reading and jewelry show. So I'll put all that information on the page. Make sure that you go to the page and check how to connect with us, okay? You guys have a wonderful, great day. And Susanna, you get extra kudos points for being here live with us today, because I know you usually watch after the fact. And I love it when you're able to actually be at the table with us, even though I love it when you come to the table afterwards. I always want to give you extra props when you're able to make it to the table, because we love having you here. You guys have a great day. Go on about your day, loving yourself more than you love anybody else. Mind your COVID manners. And we will